deliveries for pets.com, purely in an advisory role. I like your shorts. You're a good-looking fella. I hope they're home. Oh, wow, you cats hit the jackpot. There's enough food here to feed a lion. What goes up? Try to get it. Try to get it. Try to get the burger. Must come down. I got it. I got it. Spinning wheel, round and round. Pets.com, because pets can't drive.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. Today is May 9th, Wednesday, 2018. And again, I apologize to Tuesday because everyone kept telling me in my video that I put the wrong date. Again, this is what I get for not looking over here. So let's do it again. Welcome back. Today is May 9th. It's Wednesday, May 9th, 2018, and let's get the show started. We have a lot of shit to talk about, like many things to talk about. Too many things. So I'm gonna try and make a funny video for you guys as usual. I try my best, but sometimes, you know, when we got news, it's a little harder. But who knows? Let's see. Okay, so first of all, off the docket, okay, like straight up. Let's just talk about Iran and Trump real quick, okay? Look, right now, as I was saying before, we don't know what the fuck is going on. We have to wait and gauge his actions. He has a bunch of times you know, gone back and forth on a bunch of shit, and at the end of the day, he comes out and surprises the fuck out of everybody, and bam, before you know it, North and South Korea. So who knows, maybe something like that's gonna happen right now. So let's just look at it like this, okay? None of us are happy from the outside perspective as to what he's doing, pulling out, the whole nine. But if we really look at who's mad at him, you know, someone like John Kerry, Obama, so, you know, a lot of people in Europe, you know, like the governments and shit. So, I mean, you know, these guys are public enemy number one on, you know, the way we look at it. So if that decision has made them mad, and again, just from his track record in the little short time he's been president, you know, let's see what's up, okay? And again, we don't know. I'm not here trying to fucking defend him or anything like that. Keeping him on a short leash. But actions speak louder than words. So right now it's all words. Let's wait for actions. So far, nothing. So, all right, so that's that, okay? Right now, I don't want to be talking about that shit too much because, again, there's just too many things going on. And, you know, remember, this is the crypto fucking vlog, not a political vlog. And, you know, how does one correlate with the other? All right? So, but again, we have to be in tune with everything around the world. All right, next thing. I have to mention this because I saw it the other day. I think it was yesterday, and I thought it was hilarious. So, as you know, Warren Buffett is calling, you know, cryptos, you know, rat poison for the banks. Bill Gates, you know, reneged on his fucking, you know, remember years ago. I'm going to put the clip here.
Because some people have said, hey, Bitcoin is the answer to those problems. Are you a believer?
Well, Bitcoin is exciting because it shows how cheap it can be. Bitcoin is better than currency in that you don't have to be physically in the same place. And, of course, for large transactions, currency can get pretty inconvenient. Okay,
so remember he said that, you know, talking great about Bitcoin, and now all of a sudden now, you know, he hates Bitcoin, and that he would, if he could, he would short. And by the way, he can. Who can't? Anyone can. I can. I don't got any fucking money, and I can fucking put a couple bucks to short it. So he can definitely short it. So the fact that Winklevoss, by the way, the Winklevosses, what a fucking bad rap those poor motherfuckers have gotten ever since like the Facebook movie and the whole Facebook fiasco, but especially out here in the crypto world, and every day, these people are actually, you know, they're part of our team, and they're helping the crypto world a lot and helping the world a lot. And how funny that, you know, when it's all said and done, these Winklevoss guys might, you know, be on the good side, and we'll be on the good side. And, you know, Zuckerberg, well, he's, you know, lizard people / robot / whatever the fuck he is. So I love that meme of him drinking water. But anyway, so the Winklevoss, you know, one of the Winklevoss guys, you know, straight up went to Bill Gates. Hey, listen, if you fucking really think that Bitcoin, you know, is worth nothing and it's, you know, and it should be shorted, then why don't you just put your money where your mouth is? Bam! How about that? So, you know, that's it. So, look, like I was saying before, and I keep bringing it up, you know, I'm the nicest, friendliest guy in the world, but at the end of the day, we need more people like the Winklevoss, like me, like Max Kaiser, etc., 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 and that's it. You know what I mean? Like we're just trying to push, you know, this forward, okay? Humanity forward and all this other stuff. So, and that's it, in our own way. No one's perfect, no one's anything. But anyway, that was awesome. That was great. And again, if I was in my position, if I was in a position like him, I would definitely be doing the same fucking thing. That was awesome. That was crazy fucking cool. And again, you know, who knows if that guy Bill Gates will respond or not, but it's out there. Fuck him. All right. So on to the next thing. So now let's talk about the economy a little bit, because I'm gonna roll this because now. So on Monday, we talked about Venezuela, and we talked about how the United States of America has allowed now legally for, you know, a corporations, ConocoPhillips, to just go into Venezuela and just start taking assets. Which again, by the way, as I was talking to people about this shit, that it was insane as I was saying it. Like in the sense that, like, as I was saying it, they were listening and like, what? Huh? That doesn't make any sense. Exactly. So that's a world that we're living in, okay? The fact that corporations now are, you know, taking the place of a government, literally. It's not like a figurative thing anymore. So that's happening, and they're doing that. So that was Monday. Yesterday, we talked about Argentina and, you know, the bailout and all that. We already know where that, you know, we've already played that movie and gone and seen that picture before. So, you know, again, that was Tuesday. Remember, I kept telling you, we're going to keep an eye on this. This is around the world. So today, Wednesday, I'm watching Gregory Mannarino. He literally just said that the UK, actually, I read this on Twitter last night, okay? But again, he made a video about it this morning, and in England, I mean the UK, my bad. In the UK, the yield curve has finally inverted. If you guys don't know what the fuck that is, man, all that's really means is that, like, there's no we've hit a plateau, and not only have we hit a plateau, it's going downwards, and that means that it's not worth for people to put money into bonds or faith in a government entity anymore, because they will not be getting any money back in return. Or to put it simply, like if you buy a 50-year bond, which means I'm gonna buy a piece of paper that says I have faith in this country for 50 years. So how this works, okay, like it's like you buy a bond for $50 today, and in 50 years it'll be worth more. But the reality is that now, as everything is inverted, now you buy a $50 bond, and in 50 years it's going to be worth $45. And we already know that, you know, first of all, $50 in 50 years is going to be worth 50 cents, really. So now, and the fact that it's going to be worth even less than that, and they're telling you today, so that's why the whole inversion of a yield curve is not good. And so it just happened last night, today, in the UK, and as you know, we've been talking about that's going to happen here in this country, and once it does, that's it, the end, done. Put a fork in them, okay? And you know, this country is the last market in which this will happen. But as you can see, every single day now, every day we got a different country going through some sort of economic turmoil that will eventually lead to where, you know, the whole economic downfall of everything. And I mean, let's see who's on down. You know, who's going to be up to the plate tomorrow? What country? I mean, this is crazy. But you know, and again, if you guys follow the real estate markets, Canada's real estate market is in the fucking shitter already. It's already imploding, as is, I think, Australia's market, and so forth and so on. And remember, a lot of these things that, you know, let's just go back to 2007, 2008. You know, the whole market imploded, and I lived in Florida, Miami, that area, which we got hit like the hardest, one of the hardest in the whole nation. And you know, we didn't feel it until like months afterwards. And how it felt, how it came, it was just like a, you know, everything was going great, and then like from one day to the other, a screeching halt. Stop. And it's funny because once I left Florida, and I traveled the country, and I would talk about the economic downturn, in some parts of the country they felt it, they kind of got it, but in a lot of parts of the country, in fact, when I landed in Seattle, they what economic whatever, we didn't feel anything, we didn't hear anything, we didn't see nothing. But in other parts, they just fucking devastated. And you know, now I think that again the same thing is gonna happen. There's gonna be parts of the country where you're gonna fucking get rammed, you know, like how my Cuban folk like to say back home, you know, they're gonna get rammed in the ass with no Vaseline, all right? And others are gonna be okay. But I think the majority of places around the world, and especially in developed nations, are gonna really feel it. Again, AKA, you know, Great Depression style. But again, if you have your cryptos, gold, silver, etc., you'll be all right. We'll be definitely all right. So, but that's where we're heading. I mean, we're going right towards that now. Whether we're going to hit it tomorrow, I doubt it. Whether we're going to hit it this summer or late this fall, who knows? But it's coming, and there's no stopping it now. Like, for real, there's no more room for you know, speculation in the sense of, like, you know, whether it's going to happen or not, how long is it going to take, how long are they going to expand it, this whole fucking thing. Again, it's going to happen, and not only is it going to happen, but once it happens, what are we going to do as a country? What is our president, what is our government, what are they going to do? Okay, as you can see, you know, what they did in Argentina, that's not what we want. We don't want more bailouts of the banks, but we have no control over what's going to happen, by the way. Okay, so we got to keep a close eye. But again, if regardless of what happens, we will be fine. It's just that, you know, as Americans, or as, you know, yeah, citizens of this country, you know, we want the best for our country and our land and our everything. I mean, this is the reality of it, no matter what. And that's the way we're looking at it. But, you know, again, like I tell this to everybody all the fucking time, and people just think I'm fucking nuts. But, you know, don't be surprised as a citizen of this country, don't be surprised if as a citizen of this country, at some point in the future, you yourself might also be an immigrant, and you will be an American immigrant living in another country, just like immigrants live in this country. But again, this country is a little unique, because remember, we accept immigrants like a motherfucker, hence continuing the cycle, because that's who build this shit. Because, you know, once you get to, you know, like educated, you know, I don't want to be fucking working in the dirt. But hey, we definitely have the doors open to have plenty of people come in and do that, like my parents, your parents, etc., etc., etc. So anyway, okay, so that's that. Okay, so we've talked about, you know, the economy. You know, we got to keep an eye on it. Everything is, you know. So, and again, the cryptocurrency space is very correlated to that. So, you know, it's going up and it's going down. But, you know, the reality of it, like, I really don't think that we're going to see a fucking moonshot until the economy starts really getting hit hard. Okay? And people start getting hit hard in the pocket. And that's when we're going to really see a thing. Okay? Now, the one thing I want to talk about when it comes to like cryptocurrencies, okay, let's say no more news, no more political stuff, whatever, unless I remember something. But let's talk about like the crypto space right now, because this is something that's been on my head for a while. I met up with someone last night. We're talking about crypto shit, and you know, something that I bring up when I was talking about it on the crypto meetup, when I bring this up all the time. And in fact, even Tony Vase brought this up not too long ago, you know, and you know, I don't know if people ostracize them or not, but they sure as hell fucking want to put me on a fucking pitchfork, you know, when I say it. But, you know, when I fucking say straight up that, like, you know, Bitcoin, Litecoin, and just a few blockchains, few tokenized items, a few things right now are the only things that are really going to make it in the future. And almost everything else is going to be gone. All thousands of them. Again, you know, all shit coins. Now, let me explain. For people that are young, okay, like, they just don't get it because you've never experienced anything like this. Now, for anyone in my age group, let's go through a little history lesson, okay? A little trip down memory lane. So I decided, you know, this morning, so, you know, in order to, because again, you know, the list of all these coins, and I'm always comparing them to all the .com startups that happened in the 90s, and as to, again, only a handful we can fucking still name today. We can't name them, any of them, all right, that fucking survived the 90s. And so that's what I keep telling to people about these coins right now, you know, that, you know, most of these coins are going to fall to the wayside just like this. And unless they bring something to the table that is not only a working product, but, you know, something that's going to fucking change the world and has a team behind it, is just going to fucking keep killing it. And listen, man, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen, all right? So, I mean, look, I don't know if I want to read through the whole fucking list. And by the way, I got to figure out how to fucking connect these things so I can just, you know, scroll and fucking put the computer on here and make it easier for both of us. But fuck it, I think I'm gonna do it. And like, okay, here we go. Maybe you can see this. Maybe you can see me. Let's see how we do this. All right, whatever. But anyway, companies significant to the bubble. Okay, this is the 1990s. All right, Above Net, Acuta Corporation, Airspan Networks, Akami Technologies, Blucora, Blue Coat System, Boo.com, Books A Million. Hey, I remember that one. Broadband Sports, Broadcast.com, CDNow.com, Chemdex.com, Cobalt Networks, And again, like where I'm still in C. All right, let's go down a little further. All right, eGame.com, eToys.com, DoubleClick.com, Flues. By the way, Flues.com, and same as Beans.com. I was doing a little research on those two, and guess what? Those two things were early cryptocurrencies. They weren't blockchains, they weren't cryptocurrencies, but what they brought to the table was literally a they were cryptocurrency. They were trying to capitalize on this new internet thing, and like, well, you know, there might be a need for an internet currency, so let's create this. But it obviously didn't take off. And in fact, Flues, I'm gonna see if I can find a picture of it, but I think I saw a picture of Whoopi Goldberg. You know, she was the one that was, you know, on the advertising, you know, like for that. So that was pretty fucking hilarious. But the fact that, again, this whole internet money thing has been, you know, the idea has been around for forever. And again, if you guys know Max Kaiser, you know, he created his own fucking thing. But as you know, it's all these loopholes that you would have to jump through, and the regulations, and that's why these things were never allowed, and that's why the blockchain is so fucking important, because it's that peer-to-peer with, that's it, no regulation, no nothing, no everything, it's just suck a dick. It's like the equivalent of bartering, you know, stick to a stick. That's a blockchain, that's Bitcoin, okay? But anyways, so, anyway, free.com, geocities.com, infoseek, MicroStrategy, oh, Lycos. That sounds familiar. Internet America. What the fuck is Internet America? I mean, I can go on forever here, guys, you know. United Online, pets.com.
The buzzer. Look, I've been out here for like 10 minutes. It's easy. Come on, I see the delivery for the parakeet. Let me go surprise him.
No.
Come on.
No.
Did you get all these things at pets.com? Look, I'm a professional happy puppet thing, and it's my job to make animals happy. Pets.com, because pets can't drive.
Startups.com, Steel Connect, Think Tools, Webvan. What the fuck are, anyway, so Ubid. Yeah, I think Ubid. But anyway, so, but again, Ubid, I mean, that sounds like the eBay, you know, but anywho. And we already know eBay was the one that made it. So anyways, look guys, we don't know any of these fucking companies. We don't know any of these startups. None of these things fucking made it. And it's the same fucking thing. So let's just go down the fucking list of, all right, now you're ready to shoot me, guys. You know, down the list of all these fucking coins, you know, like, yeah, I mean, you know, most of these fucking, yeah, I'm not even going to go down the list, right? Because I don't want to fucking, I have a feeling the pitchforks are really going to come out. But look, the point is, again, this is just do your research, do your due diligence, okay? So this is all I have to say, an advice to when you're picking a project in the future. Make sure to pick something that has its own blockchain, okay? Don't pick something that is reliant on the Ethereum platform, like that has an ERC20 token. Now, something like an EOS, for example, is a completely different animal, because you know EOS is staking tokens on the ERC20. Well, it's not really, a lot of projects are exactly like the EOS, but you know, within a month, you know, think about this, you know, they're trading in all their tokens, or all their ERC20 tokens for actual EOS tokens, because they're building the EOS blockchain with EOS tokens. So again, I'm throwing this out there for whoever the fuck wants to listen, but this is what I think is going to happen, but who knows. EOS is going to keep pumping in price, okay? All the way up until launch date. Once launch date comes, they're going to sell off like a motherfucker. But why are they selling off? Because they're being traded one for the other. It's not that they're selling off. Well, they are, but it's just the trade situation, I guess. I don't know. So, and all of a sudden, those EOS tokens are going to fucking pump up in price, okay? And who knows what price they're going to go up to. And all of a sudden, Ethereum is going to fucking tank in price. Why? Because all this money from the EOS token situation is fucking leaving and going to this other blockchain. Now, Ethereum's going to tank. EOS, the new EOS, okay, the actual EOS is going to fucking skyrocket until it doesn't. Once it gets to a plateau, then all of a sudden it's going to fucking start going all the way to the fucking toilet. Again, why? That's the whole point of EOS. Again, I don't fucking know. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but the whole point of EOS is that, you know, they want to create a good bazillion tokens, and they're trying to create the new internet for us. So what EOS really is, for tech guys out there, it's HTML5. Okay, that's what it is. Only it's again free HTML5, so anyone can build whatever the fuck they want on the internet. Ethereum and the whole gas situation, shit like that. It's imagine if you have HTML5 and then you have to pay to use it, and pay all along the way as you're building. You see the difference between those two? Okay. Now, Ethereum is very important, because Ethereum is like where all these tokens are put on. These ICOs. But it's again, Who knows what the fuck is gonna happen, in the sense that, like, you know, depending on when the crash comes or not, depending on whether they get liquidated in that process or not, depending if, you know, the project is actually worth something, the teams are doing something with the funds and all this shit. All these things are all gonna depend once the crash happens and who's gonna get shaken out or not. That's why whoever, now talking business 101, whoever the fuck has their own blockchain, their own thing going, like an iota, like a whatever the fuck, even if the, you know, once the economy fucking gets shaken out, and they go to like negative, it doesn't really matter, because they're not dependent on another entity. They are their own thing, and they can and will survive because of the actual thing that they're building and product and all this shit. Okay, it's going to be something that is needed and used, and so even if they run out of funds or net negative, someone will definitely come in and inject funds in there, because just knowing that, hey, this is the fucking future. In that whole situation, while, you know, all these other projects that are just like, oh, an idea or this or kind of a working pets.com, they're all gonna fucking tank, because unless they are supported by themselves and their investors, which they're not, because there's not gonna be any money to go around, done. Because at that point, when everyone's fucking with 3 pennies in their pocket, you know, the few that have a couple bucks to fucking invest are not gonna be investing in anything speculative. They're gonna invest in things that are solid. Okay? And that's the way it works. It's always been the same way, and it always will be the same way, all right? Until we create a new system. But regardless, this is just human nature here. So, look, we have a lot of things that are going to be fucking happening, and the future, like, we also have to fucking remember, all these fucking tokens on top of that, they're being built, they're built on top of this Ethereum network that, again, the way I'm looking at it, is not going to be something that's going to be being used in the future. It's going to be EOS. So once EOS launches, and then all these other projects start coming online, or the same exact projects start building on EOS and the EOS blockchain, then these are the ones that we should be really looking at, not things that are being built on the Ethereum platform. And again, look, man, I'm not trying to fucking hate on it, but I kind of am. But it's the reality of it is all this is like, remember, all we're doing with the blockchain and what this space represents is cutting out the middleman, cutting out the middleman. And Ethereum is a middleman. EOS is also a middleman, but the whole point of the middleman, look, how about this? The whole point of cutting out the middleman is having no cost. Okay, remember, near zero marginal cost. So this is how the future, what's going to be in the future. So if Ethereum is going to be adding cost or creating cost, it's not a viable solution for the future. It's not a viable solution for the whole blockchain thing. Now, if you know, what EOS is doing is that it's literally reducing or not, you know, producing cost. It's not creating cost. There's no cost involved. Okay, besides some sort of initial whatever, which is normal, but other than that, there's no cost to work the thing, and that is what's going to build the future. Okay, because that's what's been building the future. Okay, this is why banks and all this other shit and everyone else, you know, they call Bitcoin, you know, the devil. They love the blockchain, they hate Bitcoin, because remember, they're the ones with the power, and this is a direct, okay, a direct, you know, punch to their fucking face, and we're winning. It's winning. So, you know, we have to remember that, you know, what all this is about, what this space is about, and what the blockchain really is. It's we have to rebuild the fucking internet. We have to rebuild everything that we know of today on a blockchain. Take it off HTML5 and put it on a blockchain, so that we can have, you know, the security and the trustless environment and everything that we want and envision from, in fact, the ones that are old enough to remember, this is what the internet was supposed to be like. Okay? Free. It's not free right now. Okay, and I mean freedom. That's what I mean. But free cost, and free and freedom, and free and everything. Okay, and we're not there anymore. Okay, and this is why we have to rebuild everything, and we will, and we are, and it's gonna happen. It's happening.
Fuck me! Shit! Bobby,
yes.
I'm looking for someone to take control of this disgusting, embarrassing mess. He doesn't give a fuck. He's dreaming. He's standing there pissing his pants looking for his tartar, caviar, white chocolate crap. And he's just running around like a toilet brush. Is anyone going to take control?
I hope this episode was good enough, good for you as it was for me. But again, it was just like a little history down memory lane. again, just to fucking realize where we're at, where we're going, what the real situation is out there. And when I see all these all these people trading and making money off all this, look, by the way, no one, I don't think anyone is bad. Everyone is fucking needed in this space. Even the people that are just in this space to make money and capitalize and do all this shit. Everything is needed because, again,
soldiers don't go to hell. It's war. Soldiers, they kill other soldiers. We're in a situation where everybody involved knows the stakes. And if you're going to accept those stakes, you got to do certain things. I'm not fucking leaving!
Historian's perspective, this is what makes these things happen. So we need everybody, okay? We can't be fucking hating on Joe for fucking making 100 million, you know, selling coins and this and that and profiting off somebody else, you know, Wolf of Wall Street and et cetera, et cetera. We can't because all this is a part of the growth, the process. It's all part of everything, okay? And everyone is needed in order to make this space fucking grow. In fact, that's what's, you know, gonna make this space grow more than anything. The fact that there's no real, you know, boundaries per se, in the sense that like everyone is and will be included, any age group and any gender, any and every industry. So we all need to fucking figure this out, and that's it, you know. And we all have skills that are going to be definitely translated over to this, and it's all about learning and jumping on this now before it's too late. Because again, if you guys we're educating ourselves and we're building now, once everything tanks, then, you know, we'll be one of the few, again, I've mentioned this before, that, you know, will have survived with this in technology, with this, these ideas, this information, this everything, and people are gonna, you know, once the dust settles, you know, they're gonna be, you know, looking to others, and okay, now what? How do we rebuild? What are we supposed to rebuild? What are we supposed to do? And that's where we come in, you know, we're the ones that are going to be, you know, creating these things. And again, this is why I implore a lot of you guys out there that work for other entities or corporation, a job or whatever, start figuring out how to monetize yourself, start figuring out how to create your own business, start figuring out how to freelance, how to be an independent contractor, whatever the fuck it is you got to do. Because once the shit hits the fan, remember, you're going to be out of a job just like everybody else. And what are you gonna do? You're gonna start tapping into your fucking savings and your you know, your crypto and all this other shit in order to survive? No, of course not. You know, you want to, you know, build something at that moment in time. And again, this is why you see a lot of these corporations have been around forever, companies have been around forever. You know, they were, if you look at when they were established, you know, a lot of these things were established right before the Great Depression or right during a great downturn in economic history, or, you know, in the economy. So now's the time. You know, maybe not start up the business or whatever it is that you have, at least start setting up and getting it ready. So, you know, again, work out of your home, work out of your, you know, room, whatever. And then once everything is all settled and you have a few bucks in your savings, what are you going to do? You're going to, you know, use those savings to eat, to buy food? Or are you going to use those savings to, like, you know, now all of a sudden buy a building for next to nothing and start your, you know, your legacy, you know, start your, you know, your whatever. Your corporation, your company, your idea, your anything, okay? And then a lot of these people that are coming from this, you know, the coin world, the tokenized world, that, you know, that got shaken out, got whatever. Oh my God, my Tron, you know, company fired me, there's no more Tron, or my fucking, whatever, bro. Zilliqa. What am I gonna do? Well, at that point in time, if you're in this space, you know, you're gonna be hiring them. And they're going to be looking for a job, and, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then you know, will be able to fucking really build the future and, you know, push this shit to the fucking next level and beyond. Elon Musk style, you know? So, I mean, come on, listen, you know, look at y'all, Elon Musk. I don't know who he was dating or he's dating, but, you know, she looks like one of my, and you don't believe me, I'm going to see if I can put a link, but she looks like one of my girlfriends that I was fucking dating when I was in fucking Seattle, you know, balling. So, and hate all you want on that shit. I'm not hating. I know a lot of you motherfuckers ain't hating on that shit. And that's the way the ball rolls. That's the way the fucking everything goes, okay? And it's all about, you know, not being in denial, you know, taking these blinders off and knowing that, you know, of course, there's always an easy way to do things. But, you know, the hard way is usually the best way. Why? Because, as you know, nothing comes easy. what is it, like no pain, no gain, that whole situation, okay? So, a lot of you people out there, I don't think there's a lot of people that listen to me that are in this space, but, a lot of people that are just in the space to make money and to make fiat and to, get the Lambos and shit like that. Listen, man, you guys are the ones that are going to be shaken out. The ones that are actually building stuff, the ones that are actually learning, the ones that are just putting their little pennies into this thing, and really, we're the ones that are going to really fucking make out. And again, hire these pieces of shit. I don't mean to say it like that, but I kind of do, and it's not like a bad thing. It's just the way the fucking world turns, okay? And look, man, the only one that I consider a piece of shit, and again, love for everybody, but is, the people that just take advantage of others. That's it. And, if you can go to bed at night and you don't take advantage of anyone else, you're good to go. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about what I have to say or anyone has to say. But if you are a piece of shit and all you do is take advantage of other people and take their money and use their kindness and use their, naivete for your advantage, then yeah, you're a piece of shit, bro. And again, karma's a bitch. We already know. So, that's it. It's all about, how you out there want to, and me or anyone who wants to fucking live their life, okay? And that's it. At the end of the day, I know I can go to fucking bed at night. In fact, I sleep like a motherfucking baby. I gotta find that meme. It's like how you sleep when you do something horrible and you see like someone sleeping like he doesn't give a fuck. So I know, there's plenty of people out there that, they do horrible things all the fucking time and they sleep great. Look at Bill Gates, look at Warren Buffett, look at... There's tons of people, tons of people like that. So, the Rothschilds, right? You name Rockefellers, JP Morgan, right? And the list goes on. All right, guys. So I think I'm gonna end it here. I think that was a mouthful today. We definitely talked about a lot of stuff. Okay, we talked about cryptocurrencies, the state of the world at the moment, history, future, past, blah blah blah. All right, I gotta edit this fucking thing, send it out to you guys, and that's it. Happy Hump Day. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and see you guys tomorrow. Thanks again for watching, as usual. By the way, this is the official t-shirt. It's so official. And look, this is why. Hey, hold on. Where the fuck is it? Look. All right. Someone tried to jack it off me the other day. That's how official this shit is. All right. Shit's worth at least $5 fiat.